Let's talk about what might just be the world's unhealthiest job. And no, it's not what you're probably thinking. This isn't just a career. For many, it's one of the most dangerous lifestyles in the modern world. We're talking about long-haul truck driving, and it takes a massive and often totally hidden toll on the human body. Okay, get this. We're gonna start with a pretty staggering number. Nearly 70%, that's 70, of all long-haul truck drivers are classified as obese. But this isn't really about weight. It's actually a symptom of a much, much bigger problem that's literally built into the job itself. And that problem, well, it leads to this devastating statistic. The life expectancy for a truck driver is a full 16 years below the national average. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 16 years. That's the price some people pay for this career. So to really understand why this is happening, I figured I couldn't just read about it. I decided to actually live this life for 2 full days to see for myself what's been called the world's unhealthiest job. So how in the world does someone lose 16 years of their life just by doing their job? Well, our guides for this little journey, Mike and Becca, they gave us a real glimpse. This truck cab you see, it isn't just their office. For 26 days a month, it's their entire world. The scale of this life is it's really hard to wrap your head around. Mike has driven 2.5 million miles in his career. The average person, well, they drive about 13,500 miles a year. It's a lifetime spent on the road, with just 4 days off a month to feel like a normal person. All this constant motion leads to the next huge challenge, food, or as some drivers call it, a cheat day on wheels. See out here, your relationship with eating completely changes. It's way less about nutrition and more about, well, anything to break up the endless monotony. And this is basically the menu. A day might kick off with pizza for breakfast, maybe some donuts after that. Lunch? How about a double bacon burger, washed down with a 44-ounce soda that has, get this, 167 grams of sugar. Everything is fried, processed, and designed for speed, not health. The truckers even have a saying for it. The first rule when the truck is moving, the calories don't count. It's a mindset that's really born out of just pure boredom and constant motion. Time kind of blurs, meal schedules just go out the window, and you end up eating just to feel something. So you might be thinking, okay, but what about healthy options? Well, you're looking at it, a tiny little cup of pineapple for $5. Truck stops are basically dietary minefields. It is almost impossible to find fresh, affordable food out here. But it's not just the food. The job itself, the sheer inactivity, hour after hour after hour, it takes this severe toll on your body and your mind in ways you might not even expect. And I can tell you this from my own experience. After just hours of sitting, the only thing I wanted to do was lie down. It's this weird paradoxical exhaustion, this deep fatigue that comes from doing absolutely nothing. It's like your whole nervous system is just shutting down. And that whole lifestyle, it creates this perfect storm for chronic disease. We're talking heart disease, diabetes, chronic pain, blood clots, depression. They become these constant companions on the road. And the drivers, they know it. They feel the symptoms every single day. And then let's talk about sleep, or maybe more accurately, the complete lack of it. One study found that long-haul drivers average just 4.78 hours of sleep per day. I mean, just try sleeping while trucks are idling all night right next to you. It makes real rest almost impossible. This insane isolation and relentless stress, it has a huge impact on mental health. A staggering 22% of drivers report being diagnosed with depression. You're just cut off from family, from friends, from any sense of a normal life. So all of this leads to the really obvious question. You're facing a shorter life, chronic illness, mental health struggles. Why would anyone choose to do this job? You really have to wonder, right? When you weigh the loss of health and time with your family and just general well-being, what on earth could possibly keep someone behind that wheel day in and day out? When I asked Mike and Becca, their answer was simple, and it was direct. Money. For them and for so many others, the pay is the one thing that outweighs everything else. It's this stark transaction. You're trading your health and your time for a better life for your family back home. You know, our own little trip covered 1,371 miles in just 50 hours. It was a really brief but incredibly powerful glimpse into this relentless cycle. Drive, sit, eat junk, barely sleep, and then just get up and do it all over again. So here's the final thought I want to leave you with. We live in this world of instant gratification, where packages show up on our doorstep on time every single time. But there is a hidden human cost to all that convenience. And it really forces us to ask the question, what is the true price of the things we buy?